Are you ready for the most successful year of your life? Welcome to Astrology by 33. It's an honor to have you here today. Let's dive into your 2026 Virgo horoscope and break it down super simple. We'll go over your money, health, career, and love life, plus what you need to focus on to make this the best year ever. What opportunities will Virgo have in 2026? This isn't just your sun sign. This is your rising sign or your ascendant. Your rising sign sets the stage for how the stars align with your houses. This video is your 2026 roadmap to unlock your maximum potential. Okay, so let's start with the good stuff. Jupiter is the planet that gives the most blessings and everything good in life. It's your overall prosperity and success. Jupiter gets exalted this year from June 1st through October 31st, 2026. And this only happens once every 12 years, so we should take advantage of it while the energy is here. And this is your opportunity to maximize everything it has to offer in your chart. So lucky for you, this happens in your 11th house. That's the house of gains and income. So this shows excellent potential energy for extra money and also a fulfillment of your desires. So if there's been a deep desire in your heart, something you've always wanted, but you never really were able to get it, this is the kind of energy that can make it come true. The 11th house is also about desires and extreme materialism. But Jupiter here exalted actually makes it a good thing for you. Society today frowns on materialism, but sometimes material things can be good and useful. They can also be a reward. Maybe you've done a lot of work and you just haven't been able to get the reward that you were hoping for. This year could be that time where it finally comes. Jupiter is also the planet of luck, and when he's exalted, he brings maximum prosperity and luck. So in your 11th house, that becomes a really good thing. So Jupiter gets exalted in Cancer, and Cancer is the energy of home and property. So it could be gains in real estate of some kind as well, or some kind of gains and improvement in the home you already have. It's also vehicles. So this energy could also support getting a new car. And if there's any organization you're involved with, things should go well during this time period. It's also a great time for friendship. Now let's move on to the other really good planet, Venus. She's the planet of love and money. Venus also gets exalted. This happens on March 1st through March 25th in your 7th house. When Venus gets exalted, she's considered her strongest. She's at her very best. This is where she's able to give you maximum blessings and benefits, and a lot of love. Your 7th house is the house of relationships, business partners, and business itself. It's the house of romance, so your relationships are definitely going to be a focal point during this time, which is a wonderful thing. But she's also there with Saturn, and that's something that's really important to keep in mind this year. Saturn is conservative. He tends to slow things down and reel things in instead of expand them. He's control, he's steadiness, and he's also best friends with Venus. So when these two are together here, it's actually a very harmonious energy. But we still need to remember who Saturn is and what he's doing to your Venus here. So even though your relationship is good and healthy, for a time you may need to step it up and be more disciplined in your relationships. Maybe try to be more patient with what's going on. Whatever comes up, remember patience. And remember to be enduring. You know how they say for better or for worse. The good thing about having two people together is that when one person is down, the other can pick them back up. And they would do the same for you. So if your partner is down in any way, this Saturn here could just remind you to reach out and be that helping hand, to pick them up if they need it. Sometimes in relationships, we think, what can I get out of this? Which is fair. But this year is a time to remember what can I do for them, and to remember why you love them in the first place. and that no one can be perfect all the time. If we expect every day to be like Valentine's Day, we're living in an alternate reality. So live in love. Then from May 13 through June 8, Venus has a really good transit into your career house. That's your 10th house. And she's there with her best friend Mercury, who's in its own sign of Gemini, so that's really strong. There's also no bad aspect here from Mars or Saturn, so Venus and Mercury together here can be themselves and have a lot of fun together. These are the feel-good and fun planets, so in your career house during this time, it's going to be really good. Your relationships at work will be a lot better. You're actually gonna have more fun at work. You'll be able to speak better, people will be more lighthearted, and if you've had some office drama or any drama at your work, that should definitely reduce. If you're writing something for your work or your work is in communication of any kind, this is a great time for that if you need to mark your calendar. Just a time when the energy is likely to go very well for you at work. Then Venus transits into your 2nd house on September 2nd and stays there through the whole month. Then on November, she goes back into your 2nd house and stays there for the rest of the year. So this is a strong karma for you. Venus is going to be in this house for 3 months because of a retrograde. So towards the end of the year, you're going to really want to take a focus on that. And this is a really good karma for you because Venus is in her own sign of Libra and she's considered very strong there. Not only that, she's again with her best friend Mercury. There's no bad aspect on her from an evil planet. So these 3 months are going to be really good. Your 2nd house is about money and family and your physical possessions like gold and silver, your jewelry, your luxury items, that kind of stuff. So it's going to be a great time for the holidays with your family because it's a family house. Venus is love, Mercury is communication. So you guys are just going to get along really well during this time and take advantage of it while you can because we all know that holidays aren't always wonderful every year and not all families get along all the time. You know what I mean. So if you want to plan, just make this a memorable one. There's also good potential energy here for money and lots of presents and gifts. And this is the house of food. So if you're into food or cooking, this is definitely that and enjoy it. New recipes, dinner parties with a family, it all works here. So that's the good stuff. Now, for those of you who are still here and brave and ready for some challenges from the stars, let's move on to the neutral planet, Mercury, and see what it has in store for you for 2026. Mercury takes on the energy of whoever it's around, so it can be bad or good, or somewhere in between. Mercury goes retrograde 3 times in 2026, so it's always good to check and make sure we're extra clear in our communication. It's better to over-communicate instead of not enough. We need to remember that most people don't read minds and they appreciate details. Even if it's obvious to us, it's not always to them. Communication is the backbone of our society. What we say makes a big difference, and how we say it. Most people can pick up on a snotty tone or even apathy, so we need to watch our words. So let's take a look now and see what Mars is doing for you in 2026. So you'll start out your year with Mars exalted from January 15 through February 21st. That means Mars is very strong and you're going to notice. When he's exalted, he's considered righteous. This is the good side of Mars. This happens in your 5th house. That's the house of children. It's also your intuition. The energy is a bit complicated there because Mars is with Venus and Sun and Mercury, so there's a whole lot going on there. Definitely a karma and some energy. So if you have kids, be very careful during this time to make sure you're doing what you know you should do as a parent. Make sure you're paying attention to them, that your communication with them is very good, and it's important to support whatever it is that they're doing. Let them know you're cheering for them, and if they need you, you're gonna be there for them. Sometimes when we're working and busy, we forget to talk with our kids or to just tell them that we love them and to make sure they really know it, not through our words, but through our actions. So this is a time period to really focus on that. From February 22nd to April 1st, Mars will be in your 6th house. That's the house of health. So of course, all year long, you always want to remember to do the best you can to stay healthy, because we all know that health is wealth. And if you don't feel good, you can't function the way you want to. So always make sure to take care of you first. But especially during this time, because Mars is in the health house and there's going to be a bunch of planets in there, it's a time when you can really focus on the specific practices that you know will keep you healthy for a long time. Take a look at the foods you're eating. Are you drinking enough water? This kind of a thing. And you need to know that you're worth taking care of. A lot of people are so busy focusing on others that they don't take care of themselves, or they work themselves sick in their career. It's important to find that balance and to take time for you. Now let's move on to your Saturn in 2026. Saturn is the lord of karma. All the planets actually dish out karma, but Saturn is the main planet of karma itself. Now, just because Saturn is the lord of karma doesn't mean you're gonna have karma there. You only get the effects if there's something you've done in the past that you need to pay for today. So always be nice to people. Saturn can bring restrictions and obstacles. He can slow you down if he wants to. He can bring you challenges. But let's remember the positive side of Saturn as well. So Saturn doesn't move all year. He stays in your 7th house through all of 2026. You should already be familiar with the energy because you've been experiencing that in 2025 already. So we talked about the effects it can have on your relationships because it's in your relationship house all year. But also, if you're doing business, to take a deeper look at your business practices or your relationships in your business. Saturn is also the planet of structure. Do you have structure in your relationships? That's not exactly the first thing you think of when you think of relationships. But if we don't have boundaries and structure in our relationships, whether they're romantic or in business, things can go wrong. Sometimes we need to learn how to say no. Saying no is a healthy boundary. It's a Saturn thing. And sometimes saying no can be the best thing for you. If you say yes to everything in your relationships, you're going to be exhausted. Learning how to say no is another wonderful tip that you can keep in mind for 2026. He that has no rule over his own spirit is like a city that is broken down and without walls. I just wanted to let you know that this video is based on the sidereal zodiac. I mostly use Vedic astrology principles for all of my astrology work. So if you follow Western astrology and you're a Virgo, that means you're probably a Leo in Vedic astrology. So you may want to check out the Leo Rising video to see if you resonate more with that energy. Thanks for subscribing and liking this video.